oh. Where we go. All right. Not that anyone sees this yet. Let's see. Next stop, Castle Enos. Which means this way. Ooh.
That was a fun. It heartens me. Long ago, immobile, I was left behind, my wound, and yet he drained despite my now. Let us maybe meet again. Do you wonder he's one of the I can only, but we needn't. He too, and that makes it. We're not God. I doubt our. Let us maybe meet again.
I urge, as long as you. What's this? You think me? Tis fair. Brings this. Indeed, I things. Look, my desire.
Making our way. Business again. Pick up this. Close it out. And up we go. Wait, I can't. Oh. I have to fight this guy with a hold on. This big guy causes me much consternation. Ow! Ouch, that hurts. For crying out loud. Didn't expect him to actually catch him like that, but I'll take it. I don't think there's anything in here that I care about. Yeah, well, there's one of those, so there is something that I care about at least a little bit. What's next? Oh, I know what's next. Hold on. What else I could do? I could do this. another milady. I've got like a million of them. There's so many of those axes now. It's funny. Alright. Let's see here. And up we go. Is there a cave here somewhere? There was a cave along this wall. Nope, apparently not. I remember incorrectly. Oh, it's here. Alright. Still something that I already have. How's this big guy right here? Charge back up again. Oh, what's this one? I've been in here, the flesh of my body. Isn't it? Seems like they do that a lot. Hey, Easton. How you doing? Let's see. I'm doing alright. Getting some game time in after throwing some seed down on the lawn. Just doing some basic house maintenance stuff. Oh, this is probably the 7th or 8th time I've played it through, but it's good. I think they did an excellent job with the DLC. At least that's my opinion. Yeah, base is great. I think the DLC is worth it. The DLC doesn't just add additional content like in a generic way. One of the big things about the DLC is that it also makes other builds significantly more viable. Oh, got me. Oh, they got me. Oops. At least I opened the bridge first. Because of some of the stuff that they put in the DLC, it really opens up builds from the base game that were good, but they really shine. A lightning incantation build was always a good build, but now with the gear from the DLC, you can add armor and talismans and stuff in a spell that make it really shine. I think looking at all factors, I think the best the best build is the Ancient Dragon Lightning build with all the options that it has. Because you don't have to do just one way. Hold on. I don't want this anymore. What do I want? I actually think I want my multi-layered rings back. And grant me strength. What's my favorite boss? Okay, on what criteria? Favorite lore? Favorite boss to fight? Is there a criteria that you want to sort of add to that? Because I think that question actually, favorite boss to fight. Ooh. Moog. Oh, come on. How'd I miss him twice? I think Moog is a good combination of mechanical complexity, difficulty, and visuals. I think he's a fight that's not just interesting. And then again, there are certain fights that are, like I'm actually about to be in one of them, that are actually really frustrating. Not this guy, obviously, but the guy on the next. This Carrion Knight is a super frustrating fight. Like that. Lord of Frenzy, alright, that's fair. Lord of Frenzy is actually a really interesting fight, but Madness is a pretty frustrating... Oh, I hate to run through all of this again. The... Anyway, the problem is that Madness is a really frustrating... oh, I had the right one. A really frustrating debuff. At least in my opinion. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Come back, come back, come back. Ah. Get him on the second time through. But having said that, it's less irritating than the little basilisks and their little death buildup. That one really sucks. That's that guy. Oh, he's still... I thought he was dead. Oops. Is he coming back? Hold on, I don't want to get darted by that guy up there. I haven't used him much. This playthrough, I'm using this, like, this is a specific intent. Where'd he go? Did he follow me back down? Ah. Where the hell did the page go? Oh, that's frustrating. All right, hold on. I just haven't played much with them, so I can't really speak much about their viability. That's how that fight's supposed to go. That's actually a really tough fight, honestly. There's something here. I thought but yeah. I thought he had I thought I kept hearing him shoot at me. I guess not. Shit, let him hit me first. I make that mistake a lot, actually. Yeah, let the shield do its job. Heal. I do. For better or for worse, I'm kind of... Oh, this guy. Just forget that guy up there. Like, I come around that corner thinking I'm much further along than I am. I do. Actually, I use summons all the time. But I'm at the point now where the best summons is no longer based around who would otherwise have been the best tune based on other factors. There's really only one or two viable ones. There we go. Yeah, it's played out. So the problem now, I'm in New Game 5, And the problem with the various summons now is that they don't keep increasing in hit points and stuff, except Mimic, right? So what happens is, or at least it seems that way, because they seem to take an awful lot of damage compared to what I otherwise would have expected. I don't know if that makes any sense. You're in New Game 10 or 11. I think that when you get to that point, you'd know, but fair enough. Because you know what I need? More Mesmer Helms. Yeah, Bull Goat. So Bull Goat armor is the best, like, potent, heavy defensive armor that you can get base game without DLC. DLC gives you a few options that are functional replacements for it. I'm wearing one of them, Armor of Solitude. And if you want that weight, ignore weight, and desperately get to the next level up, you've got the Verdigious set, or whatever it's called. Alright. I'm out of range. That was dumb. Oh, here we go. Oh no! Oh, I guess I'm doing it this way. Is it a faith build? Sort of. I have set myself up to be able to more than competently use incantations, but it is first and foremost a strength build. But I'm such a high level that I can put a lot of points anywhere I want them. So it's kind of a unfair characterization to say that it's a faith build. I have more... 600,000. I don't want to... Am I going to one-shot her? Maybe. Maybe I'll one-shot her. It is strength. But... Okay, so... There comes a point when it becomes more difficult to discern what those things mean, right? So... I have a strength of 80. It's a strength build, right? I have a faith of 49, which is going up because I'm not going to add any more to mind for a while. So I've got... how do I explain it? Okay, I have a theory. Let me go with the theory idea. So here's the way that I would look at it to say that. If you are truly based around the idea of a caster build first, you will crank mind up high as well. As a melee type, that is a fundamentally flawed path to take, because unless you use a talisman, the Cerulean Talisman, I think, is the one that increases how much FP you get from drinking the potion, you're relying on the idea that your initial starting faith, starting FP is enough to accomplish the things you need to accomplish, right? So if I can only get 100, let's say I can only get 200 from a potion of 300, then I'm really going into a fight with 100 more FP than I would have had otherwise. And that makes mind a very expensive stat to increase unless you're completely reliant on spells to do anything. So I'm not... my mind... The mind on this is as high as I want it to be for now, and I'm using faith to increase my damage output of incantations and to let me cast... I'm at the point now where I can cast all the incantations that I care about. So a strength build, it's probably a better characterization than to say otherwise, but it's also a heavy tank build, and that comes from the endurance. So when you look at my talismans, I don't have any talismans. Oh, I'm still using... I don't need that. I forget to update my talismans after stuff. I've got that. But, like, these are caster talismans, right? These two. And so I'm making a point to have caster talismans in my set of stuff that I'm using. And I'm not even using one that increases, which I'm about to change, so that my sword's more effective. But I wasn't even using one that's built there. So I'm still relying on some amount of casting. So I would say that it's a strength faith build. But my faith's only 49. But that's because the endurance and vigor are cranked because I plan on tanking a lot. I don't know if any of that makes any sense. It's not... I didn't get faith really high and then start increasing other stats. I matched them as they all went up so that I could be an effective caster. Because there are times I just don't want to deal with other stuff. You can also tell because when I'm done camping, you can see how I've distributed my flask, right? So I've got way more FP coming than I have health coming, but that's also because I rely on heal spells instead of using the Flask of Crimson. I don't know if any of that makes any sense. It sounds crazy. Here's the Solitude set. Yeah, but again, this is a level, 357 character. My level, 38 character that I've been sort of tootling around on to try things out and to show people low-level stuff, that tune doesn't have that choice. If you're going to be faith, you got to put it in faith. If you're going to be an incantation build, or a strength build, you got to put it in strength. You just don't have any choice. You need to look at a weapon and say, oh, that weapon needs a 24 dex. Then you have to get dex to 24 just to use the weapon that you want to have. That depends, Lord. What do you need? There's my helper. Yeah. So it's people ask what build am I? People who are new to the game look at how you start and they tie it to how you finish the game, and they have nothing to do with each other. You're basically just saying, I want to start having spent, being level 22 with a template that starts me off. The Solitude set. That's actually a tough fight, by the way, because you're in an enclosed space. Without that, it would be much easier. Do you want to know where it came from? Is that what you're asking? What hit me? Ah! didn't expect to die that fast. Good lord. I didn't realize I was I didn't realize I had taken all that damage. I guess she got me on the backswing? I don't know. Alright. Let's not do that again. Here's the thing. People will summon these on the outside and then immediately go through. Don't. Wait for them to show up. That way they walk in with you. Otherwise, you have to wait for this summoning process to finish, and you're already inside dealing with the boss and whatever they're up to. This way, you can also buff them. Oh, yeah, that's a tough fight. There's just no two ways about it. Rude. Holy cow, she hits hard. Oh, is that what I have to do? I want my healing. Nope, don't need any of that. Hey, come on, get me out of there. Here we go. Gotta wait for her to get up. No! Oh, look, she's dead! Come on! I was robbed. Question is, do I get credit? I did. I got credit. That was so dumb. It also means I lost the runes, but I don't really need runes. Well, we'll find out. If the golden wall's back, then I didn't get credit, but we'll see. Ah, I got the kill. No, that was a solid attempt. I just screwed it up. God, look at that Wicker Man out there. It's teasing me. Alright. How much do I need to level? 320,000? I don't have 320,000 runes. Okay, you're asking a big question. The short answer is yes. The slightly longer answer... Oh, Radagon? Yes. Sorry, I was thinking a different one. Radagon Talisman, if you're a caster, you should use it 100%. Done. Like, not even a... That's not a debatable point. That would be like someone saying, you know, I'm a melee, should I use Alexander's? Absolutely. There's no conversation to be had there. Use Alexander's. Unless you need 100% defensive, you've got to use Alexander's. So the Radagon is a meaningful shortening of spellcasting, which for longer cast spells, for the short ones it's not so important, but for the longer cast spells, absolutely. So if you're only using like really fast spells, you don't need Radagons. But other than that, if you're using what is usually the bread and butter spells, yeah, you want it. Now, there is a second choice. Where is it? It's from the DLC, which I know you don't have, but I want to cover the topic. This one right here, Beloved Stardust. It's a stupid talisman. Don't use it. Bleeding Me 89. All right, so how to get the fingerprint shield? 127. This should do it. Okay, so getting the fingerprint shield is actually a little tricky. And it's even more tricky to show because I haven't actually gone through the area where you would normally get it. But I will explain what you need to do. Maybe I have a tune that has... Let me do this while I'm thinking about it. Faith. Alright. Let me do this. I'm going to go back to this. I think I'm in the wrong place. We'll know in a moment. No, I know I'm in the wrong place. I want to be here. Castle Lord's Chamber. Okay. I'm going to do this. Stay with me. Bleeding game. I will show you. Do, 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 do. Main game. Absolutely. It is in main game. Main game. There is a shield that is slightly heavier. The Verdigious shield that goes with the Verdigious armor, which is what this character is wearing. However, that shield... okay, I know where I am here. I want to go here. And do I have the... the problem is that the Verdigious shield... Let me do this. This shield, which is the one that I'm using... Notice, it has Moore's charge... dang it. It has Moore's charge. And Moore's charge is not an Ash of War that you can replace. Which means that although it's a better charge than the normal charge, if you don't want the charge, you're stuck. You have no choice. The fingerprint shield, which I'd be surprised if this tune doesn't have, but I can give it a check. You can. That's what I was about to show. So if you don't have to do the frenzy ending, you just have to head toward it. Hey, George. So, let me see if I've got it on this tune yet. Just for the purpose of... Yeah, the fingerprint shield. So if you notice, the fingerprint shield, here we go, has shield bash, but it has an Ash of War slot, which means that you can put no ash, or what's it called? No skill. It's called no skill. You can put no skill on it, which allows you to use the main attack of your main hand weapon. So, why does this matter? If you haven't done it yet, you have to go down from here. Notice I'm in the depths of... Forsaken Depths, duh. But I'm in the depths of the city. And you'll have to go to a guide to find your way to get all the way down there. That in itself is a whole different thing. And this is where you fight a boss, which I will leave that alone. When you're done with the boss... Yeah, no worries. This here, you hit it, do whatever, and it'll move out of the way. And you keep going down here. And you get to this area. You want to jump your way down. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to put my runes at risk and keep failing and doing it. But you go all the way down and don't land on the floor at the bottom. Keep going down and down and down. Yes, this is at that point. When you get to a certain spot, you can gain access to the level. So see how I can actually go down like this? eventually you get to a place where you're not going to be able to go down further. And you have to hop down these steps to do that. You have to go down these various paths to get to where that is. Once you get to that lowest point, it's to run around that level, and I'm not positive it's this one specifically. Yes, I die a lot jumping down, and I've done it successfully. So you get to the bottom one of these levels around, and you follow it all the way to the end, and there'll be a lootable item. But there's another... oh, God, it scared me. I thought it was one of the guys about to kill me. So, that's how you want to actually do this, is you'll hop down... Google remind Discord. That's funny. So you keep hopping down, and eventually you get to a place where you loot that shield. You don't need to kill for it, you just need to get to it. I'm going to go and hang out at the cathedral. Anyway, so the cathedral is how you keep going down. Did I... maybe this character didn't get all the way to the bottom. I don't think I did. I didn't. Well, heck, let's see if I can't jump my way all the way down. Alright, so don't be in a hurry, by the way. Just don't. So, from here, come around, loot this, come around to this guy, just drop, if I'm remembering correctly. This one you want to just drop. Alright. You want to go back, and then you want to jump to here. Let's see, and then this one you want to back up. Nope, this one you want to run off. Okay. And then you want to go to the other side of this one. Carefully, carefully. And you want to jump. Haha. That gets you Inescapable Frenzy. Step out in here. I will show you a secret. Okay, normally there's an object back in there. We are going to ignore... there's the shield, by the way. Let me do that first. Just so we don't miss the shield. So here's the shield. Okay. There's a fake wall on the right? Wait, where? Where's there a fake wall? Or you... oh, at the bottom. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Watch what I do. This is actually kind of useful. So... go back to where? I just did something really scary. Like, I've done it a million times, it scares me. Okay. Alright, so watch this. So push yourself up against this end here. Okay? So your face plant right into this thing. Okay? Quit. Okay. Oh, hold on, George. So the key is there's one of those structure... oh, actually, that was this one. So load in the same character. Yeah, I went and I showed where the fingerprint shield is. Now watch what happens. Hear that noise? Look, the structure's gone. And if there's a lootable, you can grab it, which I already have, so I don't need to. And then you simply go to the bottom. By the way, you want to pick up these frenzy stones on your way. You get to the end, and now the floor is droppable. Break. Down you go. Now, here's what's interesting. If you camp at this one, Not just pick it up, but if you camp at it. Oh. That's weird. Oh, I must have beaten the game already. So if you camp here, your little helper pops up and she's like, I beg you one more time not to do this. And that's because right there in front of me is where you get the Frenzied Flame. And if you've done the Shabriri Grapes girl, where you give them the... if you do that, she'll be here. What do you get from this? A new ending. So there's an ending to the game called the Frenzied Flame. With the Frenzied Flame, the girl that's been following you and gave you Torrent the whole time, Melina, whatever, she leaves you. She's like, you're not my baby daddy. And she's out. And you become the conduit for fire to burn the tree, not her. And then it messes up like the whole ending. Which item? The shield? The fingerprint shield that I picked up? Oh, I was just showing how to break the structures to loot them because there are multiple levels as you're going down that you can walk into, and some of them have items in it. Oh, what was the thing that I picked up that was on the ground? I picked up a yellow ember. It's used for crafting. There are multiple, as you're going down, there are multiple structures along the walls, and a few of them have items hidden in them. What you're supposed to do is to piss off the guys. They attack you with a spell that destroys the structure. That's what's supposed to happen. And there's a hidden wall here with an item here. And another hidden... Oops. And there's a hidden wall here, and this is another path to get into the Forsaken Depths. Not Forsaken Depths, the... to get into Deeproot Depths. Thank you. Okay. Let me go back to what I was doing. Banshee is the tune that everyone's been following. So this whole conversation is because the fingerprint shield, that guy. Explaining how to get it. Oh, so to kind of finish the thought about the shield, you'll notice that I have my shield out and I can still do this special attack. But by contrast, and the reason that I can do that attack with a fingerprint shield is the Ash of War on it is no skill, which means that it doesn't have... I do have the Jellyfish Shield. So, the Jellyfish Shield comes with a big catch, by the way. And I can actually show you what that is. Let me... get the Jellyfish Shield and more shield. Oh, I have it. All right. Okay. So, Jellyfish Shield. Here's the problem with the Jellyfish Shield. So I'm going to put the Jellyfish Shield, right? Have a good one, man. So the jellyfish shield gives you this special thing. Even if I put it on my back, I lose the buff. So if you want the buff from the jellyfish shield, you must be using a weapon that lets you keep the jellyfish shield fully equipped. So again, is the jellyfish shield buff. If I remove it, jellyfish shield buff. Notice it's right here. There's the buff. I keep the shield, that's fine. Even if I put it on my back, I lose the buff. Buff's gone. Yes, actually, there's 2 shields that do that. And the problem is that I would prefer if when they attack me, it builds up bleed on them because they're hitting a shield with a bunch of spikes on it. But that's not what happens, unfortunately. All right, so the difference between the fingerprint shield and this shield. So when I'm using this shield, I can do this attack. Right? That key sequence is allowed to happen. Right? If I'm using this shield, the Vertigious shield, and I try the same thing, I get this, which is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that that's not a good thing, but I can't use the special attack. So you lose that skill. That is an excellent question. You get it at the beginning of the game. You have to buy it from... what's his name? So let me get rid of that shield because it's messing up my weight. And get this back on. All right. You get it from War Master Shack. This one. There's a vendor in the War Master Shack who sells it. And you can buy... every playthrough you do, you should buy a copy. That way you can dump it on shields willy-nilly. But this is where you get it from, is War Master Shack. And it's a merchant. You have to buy it. But you can buy it at the beginning of the game. You can actually give yourself one of the best melee setups at the beginning of the game. You can get the Sacred Broadsword, or excuse me, Broadsword, and then put something on it. Forget the sacred part. You can get the Broadsword. You can get the... do I have one? The Sacred Brass Shield. And you can get the No Skill. I'm not using No Skill on the Sacred Brass Shield because I was doing parry testing. But you can put you can put all of them together, and you can actually have a really competent, high-level, mid-tanking, like a middle tank setup that's really effective. Don't forget to pick these up.
Hello again. Did you meet my... Quite the doubtless it have all come to blows at first glance. Were it not this, the work? Wondering about the... True enough, long ago, a cleanse, it's no wonder that aside, and in this... They will never say just happened, but it's still a... Wondering, true enough, long ago, a cleanse, it's no wonder that aside, and in this... They were never saints, they just happened, but it's still a...
Oh, that monk. That guy gets rough.
I found... He says the truth of it is evident. Go in that for se...
So what's it going to do? Open up this area for Night Rain? So explain to me one thing about Night Rain. Because I haven't bought it. It is my understanding that Night Rain is basically the same game, just jumbled. And then it lets you play with other people a lot. Is there something I'm missing about it? mean, I could have totally misunderstood what I read and what I've heard, but... Go. Sorry. I know that's loud as shit. Sorry about that. And that was the sound of the rune breaking. Yeah, I'll look into it. I haven't done it because it just, I don't know, I guess it just didn't look very compelling to me. And what am I looking at here? Golden Hippo? Ah, Golden Hippo fight. Alright, who do I want for Golden Hippo? Not you. You. Ow. Oop, that wasn't useful. Oh, you got me that time. That's for sure. What's great about water? It makes lightning do more damage. There are actually bosses that add water during the fight that make your lightning build even more powerful. That's crazy. All right. Festive grease. Yeah, lesson learned. All you need is a low-level mob to keep messing up your capacity to get off a skill. You're fighting a big guy and there's a little guy that's just like plinking you. Bink, bink, bink. Oh my god. I meant to go to the stairs. Well, Night Rain is kind of like a rogue-like, though. I'm not sure I understand that statement. Man, I just royally screwed that up. That was funny. Yeah, well, you can. It just doesn't work out very well now, does it? Yeah, I screwed that up. It's kind of funny, though. A little bit. A little funny. I think I hit harder than you. Actually, I'm not sure of that, and I don't want to find out. These guys hit really hard with their axes, by the way. In case you've ever had the misfortune of messing with these guys, if you let them hit you with their axe, they actually do a ton of damage. They both drop stuff, and it's all over the edge. Alright, let's do this again. Grab the strain. Ow. Oof. All right. Heal. Heal. Mana. So I don't know if people were... the mob, they have pretty decent health. I do a shit ton of damage. Between Destined Death and just it being a big-ass sword. Watch these little guys. This thing just does tons of damage. And it breaks poise pretty well. Yep. Give me a sec. I will absolutely explain the difference. I just need to get to where I can do Ashes of War. Want to open these doors, it shortens. I will give you a quick little primer. Let me get one more sec. Because I have to camp, I want to get to a place. Yeah, it is easier than you might think, but it is worth knowing kind of the right way to look at it. Well, you'll see. I ain't playing around. All right. Okay. So there are a few notable parts related to what is effectively the question that you're asking. So let me dig in here. Okay, so the first thing is to recognize what lets you pick them, and I'm going to sort of explain that very quickly in a very disjointed way. The key items. Yes. So these things, these whetstones, are what let you select the various changes to the Ashes of War. Affinities, I think they're called. So you picked up the first one, which is what lets you pick keen and all that. And I think iron is what lets you do heavy. And then glintstone does the various magic ones. Red hot does the various fire ones. Sanctified does the holy one. And black lets you do death, I think. Maybe frost. So depending on which ones you have, they let you empower them. And once you pick them up, you keep them forever. Every playthrough, you already have them. Okay, so what's the difference? It's actually pretty simple to understand if you just look at it in a big picture instead of a really narrow picture point of view. So let's say that I'm picking my Sacred Broadsword. And for argument's sake, I'm going to take off the Sacred that's on there. If you're going to use an early game Ash of War, Kick is an early one, right? I can put pretty much any of the abilities on there. So what's the difference? Right now, with no changes, the Broadsword is C Strength, D Dex, meaning that Strength and Dexterity both add to the amount of damage that it does, but Strength adds more than Dex. Stick a caveat on that, because sometimes it doesn't work the way you think it does. You have to actually look at the final numbers. The other thing is critical, and that is when you perform a critical, is it like 100%, 140%, 110% of critical damage? That's where the Misery Chord comes in, because it's 140. So crits on the Misery Chord are massive, bigger than they normally would be. Okay, back to what the difference are. So if you begin by looking at standard, I'm going to get strength and dex based on these levels, and as a result, the weapon itself is 286 base plus 244 because of my affinity, which right now is standard. It's nothing special. Watch what happens to attribute scaling when I switch to heavy. Dex went away completely, and strength went from C to A. So it goes from 286 to 246. That is the base damage of the weapon goes up, goes down in this case, but it changes because I'm making it a heavy weapon. The base damage, the physical damage changes. However, the additional damage, because of scaling, went way up. The easiest way to think about it, it's not exactly correct, I believe, but the easy way to think about it is to add up the numbers. 246 plus 328, that's going to be 574. 286 plus 244 is going to be 530. So what did I say? 574 is more than 530. So I will do better by making it a heavy weapon from a standard weapon. Keen. Notice the weapon damage is a little bit better than it would have been with heavy, right? So with keen, however, my dex is much lower than my strength right now. And so although the dex scaling cranked up, the total damage, 263 plus 141 is going to be 404, I think, something like that. 404 is way less. So I do not want keen. I want standard. So if I'm choosing between standard and keen, standard's better, not keen. Quality. It makes it so that notice it's BB. It basically just cranks up all the stats so they're better, but it brings down the base weapon. So quality is something you need to have higher stats to take advantage of. Again, add them up. It's going to be something 404, 504. So again, heavy, because my strength is so high, is actually going to be superior to quality, for example. And then you keep doing this as a way to determine how each thing's going to do. And what you do notice when I switch to magic, it adds magic damage, right? And it changes the stats so that int is suddenly now. So if I'm doing an incantation build, magic's no good. Fire is better, but see, it doesn't actually take advantage of interfaith. It's just a physical increase, but it adds fire damage. If you know you're going to fight Melania, do fire. But if you're a building for incantations, watch Flame Art. Boom. Notice fire went up, but that's because my faith is really high. Right? So as you're looking at these, you want to look at which ones do the best stuff. Occult is arcane. Cold, I think, is generally the best choice for most people, unless you're faith-based. And even then, cold ain't bad. Because if you're doing int-based, cold is better than magic, in my opinion, because it preserves your physical stats, etc. So, blood, you can add bleed to a weapon by doing a blood, poison, sacred, etc. So, it depends very much on where you're looking in what you're trying to accomplish. The other thing you can also consider is where your guard. Now, if you never guard, this isn't a big deal. But if you do guard, you can look at the guard damage negation, and it'll change what's good and what's bad based on various numbers. I don't use weapons to guard. If I'm going to do that, I'm going with a shield. But with a broadsword, I'd have a shield, so you don't need to worry so much about the guard buildup. But that's what the basic explanation is for those. That is different than the fact that instead of kick, let's say, I pick instead, well, I'll put Sacred Blade back on there because it's the one that I want. So if I look at Sacred Blade, I can only pick Lightning or Sacred, right? And for there, it's going to depend on where the numbers land. So Lightning, notice it didn't add any faith, which is what I would have hoped. So Lightning actually doesn't do as much damage-wise as Sacred is going to. Sacred's going to be much, much better because that added faith. So that's why I pick Sacred, even though I'm a Lightning build. I'm focused around Lightning more than I'm focused around Sacred because Sacred does that. Also, Sacred Blade uniquely is very good against the creatures that live in death, or whatever they're called, which are the things that if you kill them, they get back up again. If you kill them using the damage from that, they do not get back up. They die the very first time you kill them. That's why Sacred Blade, I think, is one of the best ones in the game, especially as sort of a backup. Anyway, I hope all that helps. But there is now a boss down here that I want to go take care of. Is the flower? Is that the one that's down here? I think it's the flower. You're welcome. And if I messed anything up in my explanation, which does happen, there's a bunch of guides that try and explain it. I just think they make it really complicated. Which I know what I said probably sounds pretty complicated, but I actually think that it's easier. Is he in range? He is. Okay, that got it. All right, so got these little guys to deal with now. Oh, I missed. Ah. Drink up. Cheers. And I wouldn't, you will get a feel for various things. If you are, oh, FP out. I'm like, all right, I'll drink. If you are, going after something like a faith-based melee build. That is, you're still melee focused, but you want to actually do some pretty decent damage with your incantations. Oh, like 359, I think, is my level now. If you want to do the incantations, then Flame Art is a really good pick for most fights. I don't know that I ever visit this picture location. I really should. And there we go. Oh, I think I know where I am. Never mind. It's so crazy. Sleep in a coffin. That seems normal. Actually, it's really sleep in a sarcophagus, but... Yeah, I know where this is. This is not... I always think, like, oh, it's the tree. It's not. Alright, I'm going back up. I don't care about that right now. Oh, what shield am I using? Fingerprint shield. Boop, fingerprint shield. I just sneak. My... This is the tree. I just think it's a funny thing, that's all. It feels like there's a Robin Williams-esque explanation that would go with this, where he's like... I don't know if you've ever seen the Robin Williams golf explanation. The drunk Scotsman making up a game. It feels like the same kind of thing. It's like, I know what we should do. Let's put a coffin. And they just have to walk up to it to know. And he just goes through the whole explanation. Oh, so like a furling? Not like a sarcophagus. And just do the whole thing. Oh, hold on. Bad guy. Honestly, I miss him. I don't know any other way to put it. Like I knew him personally, but the world is less for him having. Normally that guy has something to loot, but I already have it. Up. Ow. Uh-oh. Wait, am I still... Okay, no, I'm okay. Aw, come on. No, this part's kind of boring just because you gotta... I hate not fighting these guys. I hate running past them. They can grab you and all that. Not so worried about those little guys. Alright, let's see here. This is such a pain. At least you can use your horse. Uh-oh. I've made a mistake. Oh, no. I think the DLC... I think that's a fair thing, but I'll actually make a different statement. I think the DLC is a maze with a really short path that you screw up when you take it. That's actually the way that I look at it. I think it's... I look at it with a very different set of eyes, I think. Not yet. Get through the door. Now let's see if I can't avoid screwing this up. Here we go. Salsa and Rain of Fire. Alright. Alright, this gets me... Hey Nick, I can't. Sorry, I play on PC only. Watching the time though. So, yeah, you'll notice, look, I'm actually... So, I'm in the building where I kill Mesmer and get... Hey, Jennifer, and get what I need to destroy... what is at the other end of this, right? Which is over here. So, I have not touched... So, I'm going... Basically, I went here to there, here up here to here. I already am at the point where I can just take a few more... I mean, I have a few kills and stuff, but ultimately I can get and finish the game. And I have not explored any of this part of the DLC. I just think that's a shame. It's going pretty good. How you doing, Jennifer? I just think it's a shame. All right. Storehouse, first floor.
Right. So,
Give this guy a good talking
if
to.
Tobias is bought and taken, surely after fate I'd do any. What the implication?
Really? You're gonna go there? Oy. There are a few places where there's a lot of empty space, although sometimes it's because you have to look under to find something. But yeah, that's fair. Uh-oh. What you want is that last little stab. So if you notice, once he was trapped against the wall, you actually hit 3 times. This stream's going pretty good, Jennifer. Once the spin around, and then if you knock them back, the stab won't hit them. But if it does, it actually does a ton of damage. Let's get the healing in. Let's get the bow in. Yeah, do that. There we go. Nope, not gonna be able to sneak up on this guy. Gotta wait for him to finish getting up. It's like they're just walking into the grinder, you know? It's like, what you doing? Why are you doing that? Alright. That That's the one that I want to play with. You'd think that they would realize how unhealthy, like, if they're just standing at the walls and they stay there. Sure. Well, thank you. This is the Weber State sweatshirt, or one of them. They have a bunch. My older child is a student and cheerleader at Weber State. Uh-oh. There we go. You can ask. I hope it doesn't involve trying to sell me artwork for my stream. But I'm always happy to answer questions. It's one of the things I try and do. Rats. So now that he's trapped in that corner, the down stab will hit him. You'll see that gets to hit too. In my book, this spot's just a big tease. Right? Well, it is right now. It won't be later. Anyhow. I mean, you can ask. Nope. You're nice about it, so I ain't mad. But I'm not interested in the... I have 1,000 people coming onto my stream, especially on Twitch. Oi! Uh-oh. Ooh, don't want to go over the edge. These bats are such a pain. Hey, thanks for the follow, Tears. And back here, there are going to be more of those bats. Oh, that's not actually spelled I meant to use. Oh, I didn't think this would reach. Good to know. Ember of Mesmer. Oh, hold on. And nice. Oh, what do you drop? Armor. Getting low on my stuff. And this should be... yeah.
The fickle, fidgety little letters. Should wipe them clean off the page. Oh, hello. I'm afraid I'm busy. I should have asked. I'm afraid truly. I'm afraid truly.
All right. And off he goes. I have no plans to change my channel theme.
Oh my lord. Will I ever make sense of this jumble?
How will I ever make sense of this jumble? And then there's these two. If I have to run into this room, I don't want to have to deal with these guys. Alright, so let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. I don't particularly want to screw around with this guy, so we're going to do this. What can I say? Alright, so I'm going to pick up this point. I'm going to take a moment before I'm going to fight Unsba, or fight Mesmer, which... it's weird. Don't I normally have a Horn Eater? Where do I want to go? I want to do none of that. I want to go first floor. Would have been nice if they actually put it's not difficult to get to Unspa, but you have to, like, fight a few things. Would have been nice, since you're supposed to go back and forth between him and another creature. It would have been nice if they made it so that you didn't have to... twice I missed that jump. So you didn't have to... You could just teleport between them instead of having to fight your way through one of them. How many times can I miss? Come on. I even had him targeted, for crying out loud. And I know that I don't want to mess with this guy. And this guy's now shooting at me. So I'll finish him off. And fuck you. You also. That one. Oh, he had something. Essence. And you. Alright.
What could they implicate? Well, what's... Yes, even that... As if he plans he has. It beggars... I'm afraid one thing... Righteous you have given, but I can... I am a war... Cursed, I could spend... The absolute folly. Freya, she must be a true righteous. Could you please... Thanks to you, yes. Perhaps but this is the... But this is the only...
Alright, so now we can go to the inventory. We don't get to read it. Alright, and now we go back to Freya. What were you wondering, Jennifer?
I'm afraid truly. From Sir Hunter. Oh, yes. As the festive kind which is fine, I know it would, and certainly endless as befit. Give my regards to honor. Tell him to face your bow. Break.
So he's gone. So now we're going to go back to here.
Oh, hello. Did you feel a while I might no wait. I can weep. I should have. Those are the horns on one with the enchant on the other. Perhaps you can allow me some.
I can't stop you from making something. I can't stop you from using what you see on my channel in the images that I've put out there for the world to see, etc. But I'm not buying artwork from an artist over the internet.
Then and surely. But first the impale in vengeance. How could I revenge? Think lest you.
So, if you are in fact just being caught up in the fact that you're doing what a million bots seem to do, if that's really... Well, let me come back here. Wait, I'm in the wrong place. First floor. If it's any consolation, I work with an artist and they get paid. I just, not for my streaming. In fact, they get paid very well. I think Unsba's gone, but I want to check just in case. Come on. And since you two were so diligently interested in being involved last time, I think I'm gonna help now. Hiya! Oh, I got a level. Alright, he's gone. That's what I was checking for. And now I'm going to go back down here.
Then it took me, I believe it was. If he were to vengeance and one kindly me, even if his lineage. He never played, he must have wrecked the stench. I would have his river black key.
Alright, so now back to the Black Keep first floor. I reverse tracks. I go down the... go down the lift. I'm... So, Jennifer, this is specifically for you. If you send me something for free, I'm not asking you to. I want to be clear. Genuine artists should be paid for their genuine artwork. Full stop. It's no argument for me. If you want to send me something and it's awesome and it ends up on my feed, that's fine. You can sign it. That's fine. No issues with any of that. But please don't put time. If you normally have paying clients that you normally work with, don't feel like you need to. Don't feel like I'm going to be looking for artwork. Ooh. Sorry, that was close. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to, like, not do too terrible an explanation of explaining, but... I mean, I have had artwork given to me before. I'm not asking for it. Artists should be paid for their work, which is why I'm not asking. But I'm not going to refuse it either, and that's not code. It's just straight up. Assist horn scent. Alright.
Worthy Hornsent.
No, like I said, I'm not looking for artwork, so...
Before your thirst to revenge beckons on you, I can no longer trust your word.
In the end, I knew this day would come. The nature of your kind, I am certain. But I was sure of it. Given time, interfere not with my business. Sell it. What could your purpose possibly be? I don't reckon I'm begging for help.
Have you been taken in by the plight of the Hornsent? You have bested me. A single betrayal. Enough to turn the tides. Unfortunate. But I will leave you be. For now.
Not like she has any choice.
Interfere.
I'm not
This is
joining a
my
Discord.
revenge.
That's what I don't get. If you so the fact that people require me to join their Discord or connect with them on Instagram, it creates a tie in a different location. It's not interested. Thank you. Now is his summoning thing here, or is it on the inside? You'd think I just helped him, that he'd like... Maybe his is on the inside. In fact, I bet it is on the inside. Well, anyway. Yeah, no one's here. All right. Mesmer it is. What time is it? All right. Mesmer. Oh, hold on. Actually, I do want to change a spell. I don't want that one. I want Flame Protect Me. Yes. I should have leveled first. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh.
Mesmer! Foe of my beloved people! In vengeance for the flames, my blade I wield!
Jesus. Oi! Bastard! Nope. Ah, I'm toast. Oh, that was the wrong one. Damn. I haven't done any damage. That's what's crazy.
O lightless creature, embrace thine oblivion, as shall I.
I can see the chat, Slim Pearl. I suggest you go back and read the chat I just had with Jennifer. Alright, so I'm making a change, which is I'm going to do one of these, and I want those runes back. Sorry, 1,000,005 runes. I'm not giving up on those. Let's see.
Beloved people, in vengeance for the flames, my blade I wield.
Holy cow. What?
Creature, embrace thine oblivion, as shall I.
I do get bots on Twitch. In fact, Kick is worse. Twitch used to be bad. Then I got Siribot, which is a much better, which is a good filter for it. The problem is that if it's a human that's talking to me, it won't catch it until like I get deep into the conversation when some of those keywords start to pop up, which is also why they avoid specific keywords. But when you start seeing like, you know, they'll tag me and then say, hey, can you see the chat? I know that they're probably fake. And that's usually when Siribot figures that out. All right, level up. Keep cranking that faith. All right, not less worried about 80,000 runes being lost. I want to go back and actually want to crank up the fire resist even higher. I don't know. Let me think for a second. Is the shield? No, I don't think the shield is worth it. Let's do this. I can see the chat, Slim. It just looks an awful lot like you're going to come on and offer me artwork or sell viewers. Because that's what almost everybody on Twitch, when they come on, that's what they're doing. Maybe you're not. That's totally fair. And if you're not, I apologize.
My beloved people, in vengeance for the flames, my blade I wield.
It would be nice if he stayed with that. Wait. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Hold on. Lost my bearings. Oh no! That was pretty good. Pretty good push.
As shall I.
See, I'd much rather lose 80,000 runes than 1.4 million. Alright. Let me do this. What's even funnier is on Kick, you'll see... you get... I get follows, and then I'll see the message, thanks for the follow. And that, anyway. Yeah, Kick is only slightly worse than Twitch. But again, I think that's because the bot program is stopping a lot of Twitch traffic now. Alright. I'm not sure I want to get rid of any of these spells. Come to think of it.
Beloved people, in vengeance for the flames, my blade I wield.
Nope. Does Holy do anything with this guy? Not much. Oh, that's cruel. Oh, no. Let go, let go.
This creature, embraced thine oblivion, as shall I.
No, don't need help with Mesmer. Thank you. Thank you, Peter. Yeah, my mistake on this fight is I just keep forgetting that he just pumps damage and it never really stops. What I'm wondering is if I switch to her. Just curiosity, mostly.
Fall of my beloved people, in vengeance for the flames, my blade I wield.
Not actually what I meant to do. That is. Oh yeah, she's getting hammered. here. Let's get this going. Nope. What kills me is, like, they're actually doing a ton of damage if they were able to. You know what I mean? Ow. Boy.
Oh, lightless creature, embrace thine oblivion, as shall I.
Yeah. I don't think I think she did less than my helper. I'll get him 1 or 2 tries. Just gotta watch the time. I got plans in an hour. Let's go back to Mimic. Yeah, Mimic. Golden Bow. Flame protect me. Let's get that shield up. Mimic.
Foe of my beloved people, in vengeance for the flame, my blade I use.
Oh, that's gonna be a costly mistake. I did not grok the fact. What that word? Ah, no. Ah. Oh, I didn't notice my health had dropped so much. My bad. Oof. Alright. Let's see. Let's do less here and more here. Does it look faster spell casting? Do I need faster spell casting? I don't know that I do. Let's do that. Let's also do this. It's not much, but it's something. And then we're going to take full advantage of game design. Wait, those don't stack, do they? Which island? Oh, this one. This one down here. The Nameless Mausoleum. There is an underground tunnel right about there. But there's like a hole that you have to go down, and there are going to be some fights. Maybe it's right around that area. There you go. That's how you do it. I don't know that Flame Protect Me... Does it stack? I don't think it does. Hold on. Hold on. A brief pause while I look something up. I may be screwing up buff stacking. Wait a minute. They should stack, according to this. Golden Vow, the spell. Maybe not. Hold on. This table looks incomplete. Just another moment. Body buff. They should stack. Okay. Boy, it sure doesn't look like it. Golden Vow. Protect me. Doesn't look like it added anything. Alright, well, this thing swears they stack. I don't know. So I'm just not going to mess with it. Instead, I'm going to camp and come back.
Mesmer, foe of my beloved people, in vengeance for the flame, my blade I wield.
Holy cow. Oh, I was trying to...
Shadow death in the embrace of Mesmer's flame.
Nah. Try that again. Am I sure? Does it? Do they? Let's try it again.
Vengeful! Foe of my beloved people! In vengeance for the flames, my blade I wield!
What? I'm just sitting out here and those guys are wailing on you. What are you hitting me for? Oi, oi. Oh, come on.
Embrace thine oblivion, as shall I.
Embrace thine oblivion. Phew. What on earth? Fire. Try that one instead. Wait a minute. I don't think they stack. Hold on. Status 90 versus fire. '90 versus fire. '90 versus fire. I don't think they stack. Honestly. Hold on. Now I gotta check something. This thing, according to the information on this webpage I'm looking at, they're supposed to stack. And this is supposed to be a pretty damn reliable website. Alright, status. Fire, 72. Might be wrong. Golden Vow. Status. Fire, 75. Flame Protect Me. Status. Fire, 90. They stack. Alright. Good to know. They stack. At least according to the numbers. Golden Vow. Flame Protect Me. I'm not going to pour a ton of these rune arcs into this fight. Oh, come on!
In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
What's the point of having the shield up? It doesn't stop it. Well, alright. There is another possibility. I can go full protection. Why not? Let's see what that does.
People, in vengeance for the flames, my blade I wield.
lifeless
Oh my
creature.
goodness.
Embrace thine oblivion, as shall I.
Alright, so was more defensive ability actually better? I don't know. It's hard to say, but the loss of damage was certainly painful. Alright. I might just have to rethink this whole thing. No worries. Let's get her done.
Foe of my beloved people, in vengeance for the flames, my blade I wield.
How is this guy still alive is what I want to know. Oh, that's a
O
mistake.
lifeless creature, embrace thine oblivion, as shall I.
I came into phase 2 with too much damage. I'm wondering is... all I have is a massive hit point increase rune. I haven't registered my other rune, so I don't have the regen rune. Alright, let's just play it smarter.
Foe of my beloved people, in vengeance for the flames, my blade I wield.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do, actually. It's a big risk. I'm gonna try. Me. Oh, really? Ooh, that was loud. Oh, good choice, good choice. I like that. Didn't get him, though. Uh-oh. Greedy, maybe? Nope. Ah! That'll do it. Ha ha.
Raka. A curse
Bye, Felicia.
upon thee.
Whew. That's just a messed up fight.
We meet upon his was sublime. To think he dared when he himself. Just yet, the death of men now in venge if make it, and I.
All right, so Viaduct Manor Tower. Bleh. See if I can get this right. I'm gonna make an attempt to do all of this as much as can be done without killing anything. We'll see. 960,000 runes. And one. Oh, what's this? I don't even know if those bond stone. I don't even know if those are for. Ah. Get the feeling I may already have missed something. Maybe not. Oh, here we go. Is it that same damn place? It is. What did I mess up? I messed something up. There's a path I didn't take that I was supposed to take, I think. Let me see if I can figure out where it was. Here he is. Oh, come on. Ooh, scorpion liver. feel like there's... Oh, it was back here. Very possible that I should have gone a different way. Here we go. This is where I meant to go. I want to keep going this way. Not even going to fight the Wicker Man. Just going to pass him by, keep going up. Already got enough of those hammers. This is what tells you you have to burn the thorns. Single biggest damage attack in the game, I believe. Trying to think. All right. We are going rune hunting. Again, running around with a million runes. Most of which are from Mesmer. There. And I'm not even going to put on the thing. I'm just going to take one of these. I need 1,035,000 or something. One more full. Oh, golden eyes. That'll do it. Keep that faith going. Alright, now... Back here. Ruins west. And then... we're going to go with... Where's my most replaceable thing? I think it's that. Actually, I want to swap you to... I want to change you to that. There we go. Oh. Oh. There we go. Those dogs. There we go. Ouch. Oh. Oh, I need to go up. Is here I can go up? Yeah. And get ready for the invasion. Doesn't always happen. Not sure what triggers it. There it is. Now, dry leaf. Is he summonable here yet? If he's not, I may need to go challenge him and fight him. He is. Time check. Ooh. Alright, let's do this quick. Oh. Get him, get him, get him. Oh, and I got the runes. I died, but I got the runes. One of the things that'll totally happen is you can drop your rune pile, get the runes, and then your death is registered. And because of it, you don't get the runes from the boss kill. But that's not what happened here. Alright. It's dirty, but I'll take a one shot there. Ah. Let me see here. Burn it. Burn it. Oh, we got the big fancy thing. All right, I'm pretty much out of time. Oh, hold on. I don't think this is going to be much for me, but let's pretend for a moment. Come on, birdie. Yeah, I don't think so. Birdbeak. That's your, if you can't defeat this guy, you don't belong here yet, mob. And I'm going to have to camp it here. I got some real life stuff to take care of. Thank you all those of you that stuck around this morning and afternoon to watch some of this playing. I appreciate you and your time. Please like and follow, do all the things. We appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys later.